Live. Okay, I think we are live on LinkedIn and YouTube. Hi everyone, this is Aditya Sharma. With me, I have my colleague Dr. Amit and our guest for today, Rajshekar. Hi Raj, how are you doing?
Hi everyone, Aditya, nice to meet you again. I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Good, good. Guys, if you can let us know in the comments box that you can hear us loud and clear, you can see us fine, that would be very helpful. In the meantime, we'll also double check on our end. So I'm checking on.
You can check on LinkedIn. I just checked it on YouTube. Everything's working fine over there.
Mhm. Okay, I can see people joining in on LinkedIn. We are live there. So all good. Okay, almost 60 people live on LinkedIn. Okay, so guys, please let us know in the comments box about connections.
Yeah,
That
I can see
very,
the
very
comments.
helpful.
All clear. Everything is fine.
All clear. Okay. Okay, I can see people joining in already 70, 75 people on LinkedIn. Guys, let's take a few more minutes, allow everyone else to join, and then we'll get started. In the meantime, let's share our current location. I'm currently based out of Jaipur, Rajasthan, visiting my family. Uh, but most of the time, I'm in Miami, Florida. Uh, Raj, where are you located?
I'm in Dallas, Texas.
In Dallas, Texas. Okay, and what about you, Amit sir?
So I'm currently located in Toronto, in Canada.
Okay. Guys, if you can let
Okay.
us know your current location. We have 100 plus now live on LinkedIn. And how many? Almost 30 people on YouTube.
YouTube. StreamYard doesn't show the right number, I guess. It only shows the number of YouTube, I believe, the viewer number.
Yeah. Hmm. I think it depends on when we set up, which platform do we set up as a primary one.
Okay, okay, okay.
Guys, if you can also share your location in the chat box, that would be great. And also let us know what's temperature at your location. So we have.
So I can see people joining in from Dallas, people joining in from Toronto, uh, people joining in from UK, uh,
I've never heard of this
Lithuania, if
place.
I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
Joining
Lithuania.
from Dubai. Lithuania is, you know this place?
No, no, I've never. What about you, Raj?
Never heard of it. Where's that?
Yes, first time.
If you can let us know where it is, I'll be happy to know something new. Okay, people from Chicago, people from joining from Dallas, people joining from India. Okay, from India. So, which part of India, guys? If you can let us know, we might correlate with it. We uh, at least we can correlate with the food. Okay. And guys, if you can also let us know that what role you are targeting. Are you targeting the role of a software developer or you're targeting something into data? Because I guess Raj has a vast experience into this. He can give you really good insights about it. So if you can let us know what location, what role you are targeting in form of internship or in a job. Chirag also joining in from Jamnagar. Hi
By the
Chirag, how are
Chirag,
you?
by the Chirag is our tech lead.
So Chirag is our tech lead. One of our core members. We keep on bugging him. Okay. Targeting to be the data analyst. Okay.
Okay, we've got about 150 plus live on LinkedIn. Guys, if you can just take a moment to repost, reshare this event. Our objective is always to include more and more people into these projects so that we can have a healthy competition, right? So please repost and reshare, and let us know in the chat box if you have reposted or reshare. And as those who are repeat users, you may already know, right, that to get into top three and in and on Times Square, right? This is one of the criteria that you need to repost, reshare. So please do so. Let us know in the chat box. Okay.
So Aditya, too, I have a question about the top three,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
Um, do you have to like? How do you measure them? Is it
Yep. So there are
performance?
four, yeah.
Hmm.
So there are four criterias, right? First is definitely the number of tasks you have completed, right? So you must complete the project, right?
Hmm.
Second one is the efficiency of your code, right?
Hmm.
Third one is the number of attempts that you have taken, and fourth one is the number of community members that you have invited. So combination of all these factors, right?
So basically, it's a combination of accuracy, efficiency, and the how people are like helping other people also to come on the platform and do it,
Hmm.
because this platform is completely free. Like, we do not charge anything for these kind of live projects. So
Hmm.
if other people also be doing, so a lot of people will get this help. So that's the reason why we count that also, that number also, that how many people are invited, joined. Okay, so currently a PhD student in NLP engineer, internship and full time looking in data scientist and data analyst role, joining in from Pakistan. So I guess we have people from UK, Pakistan, India, people from US, people from
Hmm.
Canada. We have already seen people from Nigeria. Here we comes. Hi Franklin, how are you? So I met Franklin last year. She is also Adit living in Miami. So
Okay.
she's heading a student club over there also. I met her in the last week one on one.
Okay.
So she will be really helping us in meeting the university also very soon.
Okay. So frankly, I'll be back on March 9th to Miami,
And then
and then we
you
can
can
catch
meet
up.
as well.
Yep. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
here. Okay, so we can start.
So we can get started. Yes, I think we have enough crowd. So guys, before we get started, let me also put it in a banner over here. Give me 1 second. Da-da-da. Join our Discord community. Okay. So guys, before we get started, please make sure to join our Discord community. You can see the Discord community QR code over here.
Here,
Okay,
here,
sorry.
this side. Yes. I also get confused. Last time also I was showing on this side, but now
So this
everywhere.
is
This side, guys. You can watch on this side. There is a QR code. Uh, So the purpose of joining the Discord community, guys, that we are posting a lot of stuff over there in terms of projects, taking up doubts, internship opportunities. So you can be a part of that community, and we will ask our mentors also to join that community so that they can also guide and help you on that.
Mhm. And throughout this project, in the next 1 week, guys, there will be a live support available, right? So it is certainly possible that you'll get stuck at different places. And Raj, as you mentioned, right before our call, that you got stuck somewhere, right? So this Discord community is a place where it's an open discussion. You can put your question over there. Thousands of members are there. Either they respond or our team members are live for almost 12 hours every day. So they jump in, they answer the question, right? So because what used to happen that people used to email us the questions or different form on LinkedIn, on YouTube. So we have made one place to answer any questions. So guys, please make sure to join this community. That is the number one important thing. Okay. Okay. Now let's get started on the project. Give me 1 second. I'll share my screen to get. Okay. So thanks everyone for joining again. Let me also get into this. Okay, yeah. Thanks everyone for joining us again for this live project. A lot of you I can see are repeat users. Plus, I can see a lot of new users as well. The objective of this event, this live project, is to help you gain hands-on work experience. As we all know, the job market is tough. A lot of time employers post job positions, even entry level position that requires some years of experience, 2 years, 3 years. A lot of entry level candidates, people who are transitioning in their career, or people who are coming back to work after some break, the biggest challenge for them to find a job uh, comes when they don't have any industry or hands-on work experience. They don't get interview calls, right? So we strongly believe that you become much better professional, you become much better at what you do when you have real hands-on experience, right? And then employers recognize it. Definitely your potential of getting job interview calls and job offer increases. That's where we started this initiative almost 4 to 5 months ago. Worked out really well. In the initial uh, events, we used to have like 5-10 people registered. This event, we have, I think, 700 people registered, almost 200 people live over here. Okay. So at the end of this particular project, Our objective is that you gain hands-on experience on a real-world project. You're able to add details of this particular project on your resume, on your LinkedIn profile, and you're able to talk about this project in your interviews as well. Okay. And also, when you finish this project, you will get a certificate from our platform as well. So you'll be able to utilize that. Okay. And more than anything, let's utilize this next 1 week to learn something new, right? And to gain some confidence in the job role that you're targeting. Okay. So, and today we have our guest Rajshekar with us. Uh, and we'll jump into a quick introduction. I'll share my screen. Raj, if you can provide us an overview on your journey, that would be very helpful. I've created a very simple slide.
Mhm.
Uh, sure. Just
All
uh,
right.
if you can give an overview on your journey and everything, that would be very helpful. And then we'll jump into project details later.
Sure. Sounds good. All right. So let me start with my educational background. Right. So I'm an undergrad in electronics and communications back in India, Bangalore. Then I went on working for National Instruments for 3 years. Worked on a lot of different projects. Uh, did use OCR and computer vision a lot. So there's aspects of AI that I did when I was at National Instruments as well. Then I went to Carnegie Mellon, following my passion for robotics. But during my undergrad, I won about 30 robotics competitions in India. So I was deep into robotics and algorithms and AI. So I went on to go to Carnegie Mellon, which is one of the top schools in the world for computer science, robotics. So I went there for my master's, did my master's in robotics, did a lot of ML courses, AI courses. Um, because I was kind of interested. And then I went on to work for a robotics company in Pittsburgh. Then I joined ServiceLink and built this team of data scientists and started changing the industry. So ServiceLink is into mortgage services. Apart from robotics, I get that question all the time. What do you do with like your robotics? But I do the software side of things now. That wants the cool stuff of automation, AI, machine learning. So we built a couple of dozen, uh, you know, applications for ServiceLink. They're mostly used internally, and we are changing how the house buying experience is in terms of North America. It's mostly North America, so we do mortgage services. So we build a lot of automation tools for you use internally, computer vision, NLP, a little bit of predictive analytics and stuff like that to help with a home buying experience. So we are with a mission to reduce the home buying time and reduce the errors and bring operational efficiencies and things like that. So that's my
Got
journey.
it. Mhm. Absolutely great, Raj. Raj, one question that would certainly come up later in our Q&A section, so I want to cover it now.
Hmm.
People, like people who are currently studying, like their bachelor's or master, are probably looking for a job. They're always interested in learning about job search journey of our guest, right? So, how was job search for you? What did work for you? I know it was like long back,
Right.
but now you're in a position to interview candidates, right? In hiring people probably at your company, or you may
Hmm.
have. So, what's your advice for someone who's probably struggling right now? What's the best bet that they can do?
Sure. Yeah. So, like as you were saying, it goes way back. I joined ServiceLink 6 years ago. So, last time I was looking for a job was 6 years ago. So, uh, I will talk a little bit about it. I don't want to spend a lot of time there because it's not super relevant at this point. But I do talk to folks in various platforms to help them with their job search and all that. So, first thing is there are a lot of jobs right now, and I'll give you my perspective of an interviewer, someone who is a hiring manager, and I'm currently hiring as well. Um, so, uh, job search, you will get beat down every time you get a rejection. Don't take it personally. Think of it more like it's not the right match for you. The worst thing that can happen is you land a job and you're in pressure to deliver something. Everyone's in pressure to deliver because you are hired thinking that these are the skills and these are the skills expected by the company. These are the skills you have, and you're not able to deliver, and it goes really bad. You're struggling every day at work. So if you're not picked, there could be various reasons. It's not because you're underperformance or not being able to do your machine learning projects or whatever. So, and right now the job market is, I get like, we get almost every day tens and almost like dozen or more applications into our system. So it's becoming more difficult to interview people now because we have limited resources to spend on interviewing. So we do narrow down, and we always try to rank them in a certain way and pick the top ones for interviewing and things like that. So don't lose hope. Continue to do your projects. Don't forget that projects are super important. Your degrees do help getting you a job interview, but your projects are the ones which will give you the confidence to go solve the problems in general, right? So do more projects. I'm a big proponent of real world projects. Um, if I and as an interviewer, right? So if I look at those standard Titanic data sets, I would like assume that you didn't do any projects because that's like a curriculum project and it's everywhere, right? So I want to see new projects. That's when I'm like, this is new. That means there are not many solutions out there. So someone had to think, prepare data. If you come up with your own data set, even impressive, right? Um, you can generate data from a lot of places, or you can go solve a problem in a place like High Counselor where there are more relevant projects, more new projects, industry relevant projects. So more industry relevant projects, your ranking in the resume, your ranking in our hiring strategy goes up, right? So we rank you higher, and then whoever is up there, we offer them first, and if they don't, we go next, or for whatever reasons. Everyone will have multiple jobs, so multiple job offers. So someone will pick. So we'll have a list and in the backlog, and we go back and offer the next person, etc. Um, so that's how the job market works, and you have to do many things right at this time. Like your resume should be good, your LinkedIn should be good, your GitHub needs to show that you're working on projects and you're committing. You need to have certifications. You do everything right, then you can get an interview. Then it's up to you to show your skills, and then you get progress into other rounds, and then you get selected.
Mm-hmm. That's very, very helpful, Raj. Wonderful advice. Let's move on with our introduction, and then we'll jump into the project details. Amit sir, would you like to go next?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. So hi everyone, this is Dr. Amit, Head of Business Operations at High Counselor. So I did my bachelor's into computer science. I did my MBA program in marketing and human resource. I did my PhD program in marketing research. Me and Aditya were in the same college. He was doing his BTech program. I was doing my PhD program. I'm also an alumni of research from a school at IMA. Back in India. I worked with companies like Wipro, Reliance, ICICI Bank. Then I moved to academics. I worked for more than 10 years in teaching experience into undergraduate and postgraduate level. And I have a YouTube channel with my same name with a good number of following. You can also subscribe if you want to learn more into management. I teach management over there. What
Okay.
about you, Abhishek?
Yep. So, as Dr. Amit mentioned, we both come from same college. Did my BTech from NIT Jalandhar. I can see a lot of attendees here with a very similar background. So, did my engineering back in India. Came to US in 2015 at Duke University. Landed my first job at PwC in Chicago. Certainly, job search was not a cakewalk, but somehow I made it. So after PwC, I moved to Deloitte Consulting in San Francisco. Worked there for almost 3.5 years. And during my time at Deloitte, I was part of the recruitment process. So visited a lot of universities to hire entry-level software data and Salesforce consultants. And that's the time when I started getting interest in this career counseling, mentorship, and job search space. So 2020, I decided to leave my job from Deloitte and start High Counselor. And those of you who are immigrants in the US and interested in probably navigating from a full-time job to starting a company, always happy to connect because the first challenge is always like an immigration. I was on H1B at Deloitte, but to start a company, you need to get on a visa called O1 visa or EB1A. So if you need more help on that, you can always reach out to me. Always happy to help people there. So 2020, I launched High Counselor with my co-founder Rani Haroon, and the journey that started with just myself and my co-founder. We are currently a team of almost 40 plus full-time team members. We are backed by a bunch of VCs and angel investors in Silicon Valley, and we have helped 600 plus candidates. This number is not updated. We have helped 600 plus candidates land a job in the US so far. So yeah, and every time we work with the new set of candidates, those who are struggling to land a job, it's always it's the best excitement that I get. So the reason, a quick overview on High Counselor, right? As you'll be working on this platform, you need to know about who we are, right? So a quick overview on High Counselor. So that as I said, when I was working with Deloitte in their recruitment team, I noticed that a lot of people struggle to land a job primarily of three reasons. First is they lack hands-on experience, right? That's what we're going to do here for the next 1 week. Second is people don't know how to get interview calls, and third is people are, when they get interview calls, they're unable to relate business problem with the skills that they have learned, right? So they're unable to crack interviews, and that's why we started High Counselor. But when we started High Counselor, our objective was not to create a staffing company or a consultancy. That was never an objective. We wanted to create a 360-degree ecosystem. That means a platform that help people in, first with upskilling, helping them gain work experience, real knowledge, fixing their LinkedIn resume, and definitely then helping them land more interview calls by matching them to the right jobs, speeding up their job application, or helping them network better, right? So that's what we did. Uh, as I said, we have helped 600 plus candidates so far. Our headquarter is in Sunnyvale, in Plug and Play Tech Center. Uh, and yeah, these candidates have landed a job at about 200 different employers with an average package of 70,000 for a very, very entry level job. Roles that we support. So right now, we get a lot of people on our website for different job roles like electrical engineering, mechanical engineering. But right now, we are only focused on software engineering, data science. So any data related role, data analyst, data scientist, data engineer, sales, Salesforce, as well as product management. So these are the 5 areas where we work and help people find their full-time role. We work on success-based payment. That means you need to apply to highcounselor.com to our program. That's a 5 minutes application. Based on your application, we connect with you for a one-on-one interview. If you're a right fit for us, and if we accept you at High Counselor, then there is zero upfront payment. You don't have to pay anything. You only pay us in monthly installment once you land the job. So the reason we had this success-based payment, because when I came to US, graduated from Duke, and was searching for a job, there was no way that I could pay anything upfront. So we make it easy for you to join. We make it easy for you to repay. There are two different packages. One is starter and another one is advanced. The difference between starter and advanced, basically in advanced, you get more one-on-one support, unlimited support, a team that helps you with more job applications, more networking, helping you land remote internship, as well as there will be a layoffs support security. If you want to learn more about our both the packages, right, as well as how you can join, you can sign up for an info session on our website. Let me show you really quick. So go to our website, and to apply to our upcoming cohort, simply click on apply to upcoming cohort, and you need to fill out this application. Click on start application, and once you fill it, we'll schedule a one-on-one call. But if you want to learn more about our program, you can sign up for an info session over here, where my team member Kinsley conduct a session on every Monday and Wednesday, I guess, at 4 p.m. PST. So feel free to do so. Our upcoming cohort is this coming Monday and then 2 weeks later. So feel free to fill out this application. Okay. So that's an overview on the background of High Counselor and about us. Raj, would you like to give an overview of the project and then jump into platform for more details? Do you want me to share the screen, or would you like to do it?
I can share. I can share this.
Okay. Perfect.
Let me know if you can see my screen.
I can see your screen. Yes, here you go.
Right. So, what is this project about? Right. So, you've heard about chat GPTs and Gemini, etc., coming up in the recent times. Sorry, if you were trying to say something.
Yes. So before this, if you can go to like how people can access this project, because a lot
Sure.
of them are first time users, right? So
Yeah.
just on the website projects, then we can jump onto this one.
Yeah. Got it. So once you create your account and log into High Counselor, you go into projects and then click on choose project. You can scroll and find a project that you like. The project that we are currently going to be focusing on is LLM powered blog summarizer. Select this and then click on go to Sandbox. All right. And then open Sandbox and you would see this platform.
Yep.
Takes a little bit of time to load the Jupyter notebooks. And all right, so here you're seeing a Jupyter notebook. And Jupyter Notebook is where you write your code and you can execute the code. You can execute a cell. You can execute a whole of it. A lot of functionality. So anyone who is new into data science, um, this is very useful. Most of the data scientists write their code in Jupyter Notebooks because of the advantage that you can write a piece of code, test it, and move on to the next piece of code. So yeah, so this is a Jupyter Notebook. This is where you would write the code. Um, and there are these different tasks. So first task, there's a description of the task, go through it, and then take care of the first task that you see here, right? So you write the code and you can execute and test it. Then go to the next task and so on and so forth, right? So I think there are some scores as you complete more and more tasks, and that's how you'll be ranked. And who knows, you'll be featured in Times Square, right? So um, let's briefly talk about what is this and why is this relevant in industry, and then dive into a little bit more details of the project. We're not going to solve the project here. That's for you to solve. All right. So, um, so you'd have all heard about ChatGPT, Gemini, uh, other platforms, right? Bard, etc. So you can write and ask anything. You can chat with them. You can ask anything, and they'll respond back. This is a smaller version of that. They're also built on LLMs or GPTs, generative pre-trained transformers. And here you'll be introduced to, with this project, you'll be introduced to three types of transformers that are one of the top transformers that is used for text-to-text generation or in natural language processing. Again, a little bit high level natural language processing basically means you are trying to understand what humans write. You're trying to interact with humans, and that's language. Is it only in English? No. There are a lot of these LLMs that are trained in various languages. It can also do uh, translation as well. So, why are these important when you have chat GPTs, someone might ask, or Gemini? This is important because you can run these on your machines, right? When you are running this, deploying it in enterprise, you want to run something that's of low power consumption, they're efficient, and they're just doing a very specific task rather than something like ChatGPT, which takes time. If you go to the latest version of ChatGPT, ChatGPT 4, it'll take time for you to get a response when you ask some questions. You'll have to keep uploading your documents and ask questions about it, etc. With these, you can train it to be more specific to your use case. There are things like fine tuning that you can do, which adapts to your specific use. All right, and also the industry. So this is more useful. ChatGPT is great in general tasks, but this is more useful for specific tasks. Here in this project, we are going to be exploring and talking about how do you summarize a blog. How many of you know uh, TLDR? What does it stand for? If you know, just put it in the comments. It's very much related to this project, right? With attention spans being reducing and reducing, I think it's like 8 seconds or something right now for someone. So I hope you're still paying attention. Um, these things are going to summarize it for you because the common thing is it's too long. I didn't read. That's what TLDR means, right? So this is something that's going to summarize your long article, be it news article, be it blog, anything that's a long text. you would just be able to summarize it into a few words, right? Can this be used as a bot to feed data into Twitter? Yes, you can take news, read the article, convert it into one line or 2 lines, whatever, right? So this is very useful these days because it can summarize, and everyone's busy every day, so you don't have time to read the whole paper. You can use something like this to like summarize it for you and understand whether you want to even get into reading that paper or not. This is more like you can come up with like headlines, you can come up with things like that. So in this case, what we are doing is in this project, when you start using it, you're basically reading a file with the text data in it. Then first and the foremost thing is whenever you get the data, visualize it, see what's in the data, and remove things that shouldn't be there. Be it punctuations, be it sometimes you'll have to remove stop words, sometimes you don't, depends on the LLMs that you're using. You'll have to remove punctuations. You'll have to remove, let's say you scrape data from HTML code, right? So you're scraping websites or downloading HTML and trying to get that from that. In that case, you'll have to remove all the HTML code, anything that's not natural language, anything that's not text, anything that's not helping your models, right? So there are various things that you need to do to clean. This is a common step in almost all NLP projects, right? So you got to clean, you got to lower the text, etc. So take care of cleaning the text. Then the next section is where we would be working on different transformers technologies. One is T5. We are looking at BERT, and then Pegasus, right? So everything has this pattern of you need to take the text, convert it into some kind of tokens, some kind of numbers, because all the models run on numbers. They don't run on direct text, right? So whatever you feed in, it's going to get converted into something that machine can understand, the neural nets can understand, which is all numbers, right? So it gets converted into numbers. That's a tokenizer. Then you feed those into your model. And these models are pre-trained. You're not training them from scratch. It takes a lot of effort to do that because some of these models were trained on, can you imagine, like a terabyte of text data? One text file will have so much data to even like make up 10 KB, right? So this is trained on several hundred gigabytes to terabytes of data, probably the whole internet if you go with much larger models, right? So you can't train the models from scratch, at least with the resources you would have access to. It takes millions of dollars to train the model, a lot of electricity, a lot of GPUs, etc. So don't do that. Instead, what we can do is, there are some people who are trying to do that, and they are mostly the researchers, like OpenAI, Google, Meta. They're all building their own models from scratch. What we do here is we can take the pre-trained and fine tune it if required, or just start using it as it is. Certain LLMs, you can find out, you can get these pre-trained models from like Hugging Face. They're the most popular curator out there. Probably this library Transformers is from Hugging Face, right? So you download the model, pre-trained model, and then you try it out. There are some parameters that you can adjust so that you get the best and you get the output. Does this mean it's going to make you a rock star data scientist? I want to make sure you understand this, right? So this, you're doing it, but you need to deep dive into understanding what is the model architecture. How do I know this is good for blogs, or this is good for Twitter data, this is good for question answering, this is good for abstractive summarization or extractive summarization. So you got to understand a little bit of the model to do that and be able to fine tune, learn how to do the fine tuning on this. That way you get better and better results, right? So these are the things that you need to know, and you definitely need to know the fundamentals. If you don't know, please use this to understand what you can do. But as a data scientist, you're a scientist and not a hacker, right? Hackers, you don't have to understand anything. You can get this as an output, but as data scientists, you're expected to go in. So if you come to an interview, say that I did this project, I'm going to get into understanding, okay, use a T5. What is a T5? What is the difference between T5 and, let's say, BERT? How does it differ? Which one is better, right? Those are the things that as a data scientist, you need to understand. You don't need to know there are hundreds of models. Nobody knows all of them. You don't need to know everything, but the fundamentals, what is a transformer, what is attention mechanism, etc., you definitely need to know. So please do go and study about them. And again, if you think that the paper is too complex, you don't understand, use something like ChatGPT, ask it to give you a summary of it, or ask it to explain it like you're 5. Start there and slowly start building your vocabulary of words and understanding of different concepts. And that's how you would go about solving these problems in a best way, right? It should be most efficient. That's when you can rank better in this contest as well. So it should be efficient. It should be giving you great summaries, and things like that. So there are different mechanisms to measure. So it's the same thing with T5 and Pegasus. These are different models. Some of them are better at certain tasks, some of them are not. So you'll figure those out as you learn about the architecture and how the tokenizers work. You can't mix up the tokenizers, etc. So this is a high-level overview for you guys of what this project is and how is it used in industry, um, and what you need to pay attention when you do these projects. So probably just going and solving this won't take you much time, but building the efficient one, high accuracy or high performance ones are the ones which will take time. You could spend a few days doing this or
Cool.
minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Raj, for the overview of the project. It's very, very helpful. Guys, please put your questions in the comments box and we'll take them one by one. Uh, yeah.
I'll stop sharing.
Yeah, you can stop share. Okay. So let me so guys, again, before we move forward to the question, please make sure to join Discord community. Any question related to this project, by the way, this project will be open for the next 7 days, so the deadline to complete
And
is
guys, if you can also let us know that whether you understood the process of starting the project or not, right?
yep.
So Raj really explained the project in detail, but is the process is clear? If the process is not clear, we can go through it again. Just because a lot of people are joining for the first time. For
Yep.
that person, if you want, we can give you an overview on the process, how to start the project.
Yep. Guys, you can either comment that it's clear, or you can also push thumbs up button. I'm
Okay.
looking at our LinkedIn live at the moment, right? So we'll get to know. So either a thumbs up or just say clear, understood. Okay, Mohammed just confirmed,
Okay.
understood.
Okay. Great. Great.
Okay, guys, and before we jump into like taking questions from the comments box, again, this project will be open for the next 7 days. That is, I don't know, March 2nd or 3rd. In the meantime, the objective is okay. Yeah, I don't know, Raj and Amit, if you're looking at the LinkedIn live, but a lot of clap in the comments. They are flying right now. Uh,
Oh, okay.
is that
We are. I'm not able to see it. I'm
okay?
here only in the stream yet. Okay. Could you
So
give me a summary again? So, guys, if you want to watch this video again, the recording will be available on our YouTube channel. That is aditya.highcounselor, and on our LinkedIn page also. So you can follow us, subscribe there, and you can watch this in the live section.
mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
So just one thing, please make sure to, yes, join the Discord community, ask any question. There is a sub channel called Live Projects Doubt. You can put your question over there, and as I said, our team will be live there. We'll also share the Discord community with Raj. If you could spend some time, answer your question, interact with you guys over there. But that's already a community of a few thousand people, right? And our team is always live there. So we should be able to have, we are not going to provide you a direct answer of any question or of any particular task, but we'll try to provide you a hint, right? Every single time you get across a roadblock, we'll provide you a hint so that you can move to the next stage. Okay.
Aditya, I'm already in the Discord channel.
You're already in the perfect. And you know, Raj, we started this Discord channel just 3 weeks ago, I guess. So we are
Yes.
very new to Discord, right? And we already have like 2,200 people there.
Oh wow.
And I was asking, it's like we should have started it long ago. It's
Because,
an amazing platform for to build a community.
Mhm.
and I believe that we have been doing these projects from almost like 3 months now. When we started our this project platform. So if you and we go live almost on every day now, almost. Or
Hmm.
Monday we start a project, Wednesday again we start on project. Now on Saturday also we are starting one. So I guess we could have easily gone to 50,000, but I guess we'll be making it very soon. more than within 3 months, or even before that, I expect. Because okay, guys, so any questions now? We will be happy to answer all your queries. Is that okay that we can entirely deploy the Jupyter on Jupyter Notebook? Raj, you can answer this one.
Sure. Jupyter Notebooks are great for building your code. That's not how they're usually deployed in production, right? So you got to productionize it, you got to harden it, you got to have some kind of an interface, right? So this is a great platform to write code and test it out. So no, it's not how it's deployed. There are some tools and services that are saying, okay, we'll take your Jupyter Notebook and deploy it, but you still need a few more pieces. But this is the core. Whatever you're building in Jupyter Notebook is a core. So in our team, what we have a mix of data scientists and data engineers or ML engineers, right? So what they do is the data engineers focus on building, cleaning the data, building the models, preparing, testing, evaluation, business understanding, all of that stuff. Data scientists are focused there. And as soon as you're done, there are some data scientists who can also take it into production because they are good programmers as well, good software engineers who understand the whole of MLOps concepts. They take it into production, or we have data engineers who specialize in that. So they copy this code, put it into microservices or however you want to deploy it, right? So most of the cases, it's a Flask or Django or Fast API, uh, framework where you put in this code into it, create endpoints for another application to access or a website to access it, and then you deploy it into production using like something like Kubernetes, Docker. You create a Docker and all that, package it so it's scalable and all that. So that's how you go from Jupyter Notebook into production. Can you do Jupyter Notebook completely? Yeah, but it's not going to restart if it crashes. It's not going to take care of the security. It doesn't have any way to interact with 10 people, right? So those are some of the limitations with Jupyter Notebook. But it's a great tool. Hands down, there's nothing better than Jupyter Notebook for data scientists to write code and test it out.
Mhm. Another
Okay.
question from Rucha Patil is, what are some good sites to get pre-trained data models?
Um, I love Hugging Face when it comes to pre-trained models. There, that's what I've been where I've been getting it mostly. Uh, you guys know any other sites that are also popular?
Mhm. There's a question from Farheen. Is there any way to upload this project on GitHub after I finish it? Farheen, you cannot upload this project on GitHub. The reason being that we don't want to expose the code for all future users, right? If they come, otherwise they won't be right learning from them. But we have a way that you can share this project with your uh, this project as in your portfolio directly on our platform. So let me share my screen really quick, and I can give you a quick overview. Okay, should be able to see it now. So when you go to projects on the left hand side, you'll see an option called view your portfolio. So as you complete all the data science projects over here, and this is just a test account, but let me show you another one. Okay. So when you go to projects, whatever projects you complete, you'll be able to see the in progress projects over here and all the completed projects under your portfolio so that you can share it with recruiters and hiring managers. It will appear like this. Simply this copy this project's portfolio URL, and you can share it on your LinkedIn, your resume, or with any recruiter or hiring manager. And we should be able to confirm validity of every any project that you have done. Okay. One more thing, guys, that I would like to cover here, which I am particularly very passionate about. Let me go to the sandbox, and suppose I open any particular project, not just this one. Okay. So, guys, and Raj, I would love to know your thoughts on this later. But the way people use LinkedIn is mostly they go on LinkedIn or probably send connect requests to a lot of people, or they just apply to hundreds of jobs over there. But the according to me, the right way of using LinkedIn is to build your personal brand on it, is to let people know what your expertise, so that opportunities directly come to your way. uh, just 8 or 9 months ago, I started working on my LinkedIn, just talking about what I am working, how I can provide value to people, and I built a great following, and that's how the opportunities come to my way directly. I want anyone who's searching for a job, I would highly recommend you to utilize LinkedIn in the right manner and talk about whatever projects you're working on, right? It's not always about your big wins, but it can be very simple as, hey guys, I've started working on this project where I will be using XYZ technologies. I'll keep you posted on it. 2 days later, you again go on your LinkedIn, again post about it. I worked on these problems, got stuck here. Can anyone help me with their ideas, right? So it's about talking regularly about your expertise, your domain, and then slowly your post get in front of right people, and you never know that the right opportunities, job opportunities may come across your way, right? And to help you with this, we added this one button over here, LinkedIn post. Okay, we have provided you a few sample templates that you can directly utilize to talk about whatever projects that you're working on and post it on LinkedIn. Okay, I know the biggest challenge when I started on LinkedIn, I was not very confident that people would like what I'm going to write or not. That's why these templates are there. Do not hesitate to write on LinkedIn or to talk about what you're working on. Okay, so make sure to utilize this sample LinkedIn post and talk about all the projects that you are working on. Okay, okay, let's go on to what are the other questions. Okay, is
Uh,
this only for US resident? Outsider can, it's open for everyone, guys. Anyone, as we
and
noticed.
let me just
Mhm.
clarify this because a lot of people get confused. Guys, all these live projects and our live platform is open for everyone. Anybody from any part of the globe can be a part of this project. This project is completely free for next 7 days. When we start a new project, then only our older projects gets closed. That's the first clarification. The second is, yes, we the flagship program which high counselor has, which is the ISA program, that is only meant for US people. So anybody who is eligible to work in US, we can help them landing into a job. Otherwise, this project or our internship platform is completely free. It's like it's for everyone. Anybody can join it.
Mhm.
Could you please give me reference resource for this project? Why do you need a resource right now? We just started this project, right? We should try it at our own level, and that is the purpose, right? We the platform itself provide you some hints, but I guess that is not the right way to go. If we want to get excel into particular field, we should try the projects at our own level. At least give it a try. We have just started it.
There's another question related to where was it? I think I missed it, but yes, there's a one. Any thoughts on this, Raj?
I think it's more of a statement than
Mm.
anything. Yeah, there are a lot of tools coming and making it easier. So a good data scientist can make use of them and generate a lot more and be more productive, but it doesn't replace a data scientist and say, I know how to write code. I'm gonna deploy models. It'll only take you so far. Can you do it? Yes, you can copy code from various sources, Stack Overflow, GitHub, deploy it, but you don't know it's not efficient. You don't know if it's broken. You don't know its shortcomings, right? So always play around as data scientists. Be super curious. Start playing around, and try your own models and stuff. But if you need additional help, right, there are a lot of platforms which are ready to take your Jupyter notebooks and push it in with a few configurations. Uh, yeah, any web developer would also be able to do that if they know Python to help you deploy things.
Hmm. I know recently Microsoft has played a master stroke by offering $150,000 of Azure and OpenAI credits for free for startups. And Amazon AWS used to offer it just $25,000. So all startups used to go for
Mhm.
AWS. Now it's $150,000 for Azure. So everyone switching from AWS to Azure, and High Counselor is also one of those because we also got into Microsoft Startups program,
Right.
uh, and so people are migrating to Azure now.
They're doing some good things by collaborating with OpenAI, right? So they brought in ChatGPT. We
Even
have
the Copilot has ChatGPT 4.
right.
And recently, Samsung introduced their laptop with a Copilot button, dedicated button on Copilot.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The new laptop of Samsung has a dedicated button of Copilot on the keyboard.
Mhm.
Okay, so guys, any other question, guys?
So guys, if there are no other question, we can wrap up this call. And as we said earlier, this project will be open for the next 7 days. We are excited to see who wins this project. But again, for the next 7 days, the objective is that we all learn together. Feel free to utilize Discord channel again over here. Yes.
Uh,
Uh,
just one thing before we close this call, guys. When we design these projects, we never design it like an academic project. As Raj also mentioned, that we all do academic projects at college level. We always design for the purpose of a client-based project. So try to seek this help and try it at your own level to do it so that you can learn from it. And then only if you mention it in your portfolio or on LinkedIn, then it makes sense, right? Otherwise, just by copying code from somewhere or maybe adding it, that will not add a lot of value in the long run. Okay, I guess we are good. No more questions I can see.
okay. Perfect. Thank you so much, Raj, for your time. Really appreciate
Thank you,
it,
Raj.
for taking our time for this call and for providing mentorship on this. We look forward to working with you. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Raj. Really
Thank you guys
enjoyed. Thank
for
you.
you guys are doing a great job. We need more of real world projects going into the hands of people coming out of college or even to the college, right? That's how we can hire good data scientists. And there's a lot of demand. So don't lose your hope if you're looking for a job. There's a lot of demand, especially in data analytics, data
I guess
science.
this last line is very important because that is where people are ranking. People believe the market is really tough right now. I guess there is always like a supply and demand gap. People says we don't get a job. Employer says we don't get right people. Even at High Counselor, the biggest problem we face is building like hiring people is the toughest job. I
Right.
guess. Uh, Sir, thank you so much for joining in, sir, and thank you guys for joining in. Bye bye for now, and we'll be meeting very soon with our new project on Monday, I guess.
Okay.
Thanks,
See you
thanks,
guys.
Raj.
Bye.